Today, I want to share with you this concept called the upper room archive. We're touching on intimacy and community all in one on this, our maiden experience for faith, branding, and live video. And so here's the concept. Your digital footprint is more than a broadcasting tower. It's a gathering place. I want to repeat that again. Your digital footprint is more than a broadcasting tower. It's a gathering place. And for some, the term digital footprint may be somewhat elusive and ethereal. So let me nail it down for you. Your digital footprint is the information about you that exists on the internet as a result of your online activity, as a result of your actions. I'm going to repeat that. Your digital footprint is the information available about you. It exists already. It's there on the internet as a result of your activity, as a result of your actions. And for many of you, you might start to see why I keep putting digital footprint together with the things that I'm constantly talking about, because your digital footprint isn't something that we sit down and intentionally write, except for A-listers. Our digital footprint is actually your digital story. And so let me read that quote again. Your digital footprint is more than a broadcasting tower where many can hear or see or be impacted by the message. Your digital footprint is a gathering place. A gathering place. A gathering place is a place where people come together, they assemble, they accumulate. A gathering place it has something that draws people from where they are into a deeper space. So from the number on YouTube into your mailing list, maybe into your DMs, maybe into a consult session, maybe into your community, maybe into coaching. It's a gathering place. Brings together and take in from scattered places and sources. Your digital footprint is more than a broadcasting tower. In fact, the more important component is that it's a gathering place. And so what I want to do is share with you this question as we get ready to dive in. Are you obsessing over metrics, likes, views, maybe even going viral to millions of strangers, that you're ignoring the digital footprint you're building with the 12 people who actually showed up? Think about that as we dive in. English clergyman and writer Sydney Smith shares this quote: "It is the greatest of all mistakes to do nothing because you can only do little." He ends the quote by saying, "Do what you can." I want to repeat it. It is the greatest of all mistakes. What is a mistake? An action or judgment that is misguided or wrong. It is the greatest of all misguided actions to do nothing because you can only do little. Do what you can. And I would add, leave the results up to God. Many ignore the 12 in hopes to reach the millions. The millions isn't dependent on you. The 12 that raised their hands, the 12 that signed up for the mailing list, the 12 that actually engaged with your content live in the chat, those you can actually do something with. Don't let the idea of limited impact stop you from taking action. I want to be clear. Every small effort counts. Methodical, systematic, incremental steps towards reaching your goals, every bit count. Don't let the idea of limited impact stop you from taking action. One may even ask the question, well then, what is action? Action is the fact or process of doing something, typically to achieve an aim. Action is the process of doing something to achieve a goal. Don't let the idea of limited impact stop you from taking action. And the question that we were asking today, are you so obsessed with metrics, the likes, the views, even going viral to millions of strangers that you're ignoring the digital footprint you're building with the 12 people who actually showed up? I wonder why I put 12. Why not 8? Why not 2? Why not 9? Well, there's a simple reason for that. Because the ultimate example I want to use is Jesus. Because he didn't build his legacy through a stadium broadcast, and he had many of those. He did it in an upper room. When you go live, you aren't just talking to the ether. You are recording an archive of how you serve your community. You want to treat that live room of 10 people like an intimate mastermind. Let me repeat. Jesus didn't establish his legacy through a stadium broadcast. He did it in an upper room. When you go live, you aren't just talking to the ether. You are recording an archive of how you serve your community. Treat a live room of 10 people like an intimate mastermind. I've been in many of those. And the impact and the effect is real. When you treat your live room of 10 or even 2 like an intimate mastermind, the replay of that deep real-time connection becomes a permanent asset in your footprint that shows future clients exactly how you treat people. It shows them exactly how you treat people. So here's your takeaway. Stop counting the live room and start archiving the connection that you're making with the 12. I remember going live on Amazon for live shopping, and I made it a point that it didn't matter how many people showed up. I would serve. I would deliver. In fact, for many live streams while on that platform, no one showed up. And I had to deliver as if hundreds were there, kind of like this broadcast this morning. But I had to deliver as if hundreds were there, even though no one was there. And over time, people started showing up. In fact, over time, that live show got really, really popular, but still in its infancy phase. I remember being live one day on Amazon, and just a few people were in the comments consistently throughout the whole thing. I was going through my carousel. I was highlighting different products. I was talking about my experience with the product, sharing my insight and perspective, what you should look for if this is a good thing for you, why it works for me, why it might not work for someone else. And somebody's name popped up in the chat. I wasn't paying attention. I was working on showcasing a particular item, and somebody messaged me privately to say, hey, Jeff Bezos is in your comment section. I was like, no way. No way. And I was super excited. about the fact that Jeff Bezos was one of the 6 people who was in my comment section for that Amazon Live show. And a quick and easy takeaway right here could be that, man, you never know who's in your comments. I mean, would Jeff Bezos not be worth more than 20,000 people watching live who have no ability to actually give me an opportunity that could change my life? Somebody could be in your comments. One of those 6 people, one of those 3 people, one of those 12 people could be somebody whose influence and impact could change your life. Are you delivering to them as if you had the large stage? That's an easy takeaway. And I can even share with you that later I was talking to some other live stream, Amazon Live influencers, and they shared with me that apparently he had been going around, because I still didn't believe it was him, but apparently he had been going around from live stream to live stream to live stream, checking in on folks. It looked as if he was doing a CNN interview about Amazon Live because it was so new. And he was just pulling up random live shows who happened to be live at that time, Your digital footprint is your activity online. He was pulling up live shows who just happened to be live at the time of his CNN interview and showcasing them. He typed in my chat, "You're doing a great job, Kirk. Keep going." I said, "Thank you." And I continued serving the 6 who were on my stream. And I could end it right there. I would have made my point. Yes, don't count the live room, start archiving the connection. As Sydney said to us in that quote, don't let the idea of limited impact stop you from taking action. Every small effort counts. Every small effort counts. And I could leave it right there, but I want to let you know that that same live stream that Jeff Bezos showed up to, Jeff didn't really do anything for me afterwards. It was a cool screenshot to have. I was able to add it to my bio and my portfolio. Hey, I'm an Amazon live streamer, and hey, even Jeff Bezos showed up to my live. That was cool. But you know what happened behind the scenes? You know what happened from that same live show? Because he actually told me when we got a chance to meet up in person afterwards. I got an email a few days later after that live show completed, and it was from a gentleman named Mario. Mario says, "Kirk, I saw you live on Amazon when Jeff Bezos showed up." And I was like, "Ha ha ha, cool." He said, "But I couldn't help but notice that in your shot, you had a microphone that said Shure on it. So then I went down the rabbit hole, Kirk." This is what Mario was saying to me. "And I went to your YouTube channel and I found that that same Shure microphone was in the shot on most of your videos. I'm a representative from Shure and I want to say thank you. Can you send me your address?" I sent Mario my address, and in the mail came a box of equipment from Shure that allowed me to do more content simply because I showed up and served the 12. I served the upper room. I made sure that my digital footprint isn't just a broadcast tower. I made sure that it's a gathering place. Around here, in my inner circle, we like to say, steward your story with content. And there's an acronym It doesn't mean anything. DCEM, DCEM. I'm just saying that for my community members, for them to maybe remember it. But it stands for steward your story with content. That's at the beginning, right? That's the first part. The D stands for discover purpose. When you steward your story with content, you will discover purpose. The C stands for change lives. When you steward your story with content, what happens next is that you will discover purpose. You will change lives. Changing lives will expand your reach. It happens by default. And when your reach is expanded, that's the E, by the way, the M comes in to say you will multiply your opportunities. That, family, is how it all works. Romans 8:28 says that for we know that in all things God works it all together for the good of those who love him and are called according to his purpose. He gave us the cheat code in the example he left on earth when he lived his life. Steward your story with content. You will discover purpose. You will change lives. You will expand reach. You will multiply your opportunities. I hope that this was meaningful for you. I hope that you will check out more content on the channel. I hope that you will join us for this journey called Faith, Branding, and Live Video. It's your boy, Kirk, Nugent, the Geek Speaker Preacher. Thankful for your time and attention for today. We'll see you around these internet streets or in the next stream. Grace and peace.